Hello, we are live on Instagram and it looks like on Facebook. Yay! Hope you guys are having a wonderful week. I know I am enjoying fall. Holidays are coming up. I'm excited about it. I'm diffusing all the holiday joy and all the holiday peace. For those of you who don't know, those are two essential oils that doTERRA makes that are holiday focused. And oh my gosh, like it's basically Christmas in a bottle. So that is what I'm enjoying right now. Thank you guys for joining me here on Keeping It Real. This is where we're going to educate you on health and hope. My name is Susan Johnson. I'm a nutritional therapy practitioner. I'm also the founder of the Kick Cancer Movement, and I'm a presidential diamond with doTERRA Essential Oils. And I just absolutely adore being able to share with you guys in this online space. And I love your support. I love your presence. I love you showing up and asking questions. And my goal at the end of the day is just that you all leave totally educated and empowered on how to live your healthiest life. Hi, Kristen. Hi, Melissa. Thank you guys all for being on. So today we're going to talk about 3 essential oil blends that I use with my children every single day. Now, the reason I wanted to share this is because I just did a blog post, and on Facebook, I linked it in the title to this video, so you can click on that link to read the post. Instagram, hi, Nicole. I'm going to link it here. Once I upload this to IGTV, you'll see the link on my blog post. But I just did a post about supplements and what supplements I give to my children. Specifically broke down each nutrient that I give them in vitamin or supplement form, and I explained why, what role each of those supplements play. So what I want to do today, I am going to answer some questions that you have asked since I posted that, so I will address those questions in a moment. But I wanted to share what essential oil blends I use with my kids every day, because I didn't address that in the blog post. I specifically talked about supplements. So here's the essential oils I use, and before I get going, share this. There are so many moms and dads and caregivers out there that feel completely overwhelmed and overloaded with, I know my kids probably need vitamins, but I heard they're bad for you, or I don't know the good from the bad, or I don't know what to do. So please share this video so that they have the opportunity to learn how they can better support their kids or their grandkids or their nieces and nephews. So first of all, the first blend I use is frankincense, lavender, and breathe. I put 3 drops of each of those essential oils in the diffuser every night before I put my kids to bed. Now, why do I choose those in particular? Frankincense helps lower inflammation. It crosses the blood-brain barrier, so it's helpful. It's supporting cognitive function, emotional health in general, and it's just overall really supportive of the immune system. And so lavender promotes restful sleep. Lavender also brings the body into balance. And so that's why it can be helpful with sleep, reducing stress. It's helpful with pain because it's lowering all of the stress in your body, whether it's in your cellular system and psychologically, physically. It's really promoting a healthy night's sleep, promoting your body to get into a deep rest. And then breathe. Hi, Cheyenne. Breathe increases oxygen. So that might seem kind of silly, like, well, I mean, is that really necessary? Absolutely. Let me ask you this. Are any of your kids mouth breathers? Do they sleep at night with their mouth open? If they do, that means they're losing oxygen. And oxygen is absolutely essential for A, life, but also B, for your brain cells to grow and to function and for healthy brains and allowing them to learn and be at their peak performance every single day. So diffusing breathe at night helps increase that oxygen so that if they are, maybe they're sick or they're coughing or they're a mouth breather, you're making sure to help support them and give them a healthy dose of oxygen and allowing their body to just produce that. So that's one of the blends. The second blend that I use every single day on my kids is the immune blend. Many of you are doing this already, so this is just a repeat or a refresher. But the immune blend that I use on them is 5 oils: On Guard, Melaleuca, lemon, oregano, and frankincense. Okay, so 5 oils: On Guard, lemon, Melaleuca, oregano, and frankincense. I put 1 to 2 drops of each of those oils with a little bit of coconut oil on the bottoms of their feet every night before bed. The reason for this is because I want to support a healthy immune system function. When our immune system is in disarray or it's not operating correctly, then we're watching basically what we're seeing happen is we're starting to see compromise. We're starting to get sick. We're starting to develop allergies, autoimmune issues, cancer. These are all a result of a poor functioning immune system. So taking a proactive approach, and here's the thing, you guys, every class that I've taught or every stage that I've been on and I've shared about essential oils, this is key. If I always say, if you take anything away from today, I want you to use those 5 oils every day on your feet and on your kids' feet, because your immune system is everything. And it's when our immune system goes awry that we start seeing compromise. So it's such a simple tool. Again, On Guard, frankincense, lemon, oregano, and melaleuca. Those 5 oils every day on the bottom of feet with coconut oil. Now, the third thing that we do, this is pretty new. This is a new part of our routine that we just incorporated last month. And this we do internally. We put it in a veggie capsule. My kids can swallow pills. If your kids can't swallow pills, this is something that you can apply exactly like you did on the immune blend right to their feet, okay? So what we use is pink pepper, yarrow palm, and turmeric essential oil. Those are 3 new essential oils that, oh my goodness, are powerhouses. I am just on the brink of learning about these and digging into the research and understanding the science behind these 3 oils together. But let me just share with you kind of the highlights. So number 1, these essential oils in combination have higher amount of antioxidants than vitamin C and vitamin E. That's huge. So right there, you're getting a healthy dose of the antioxidants that you need that usually would come from vitamin C and vitamin E, but this is in a much higher, more therapeutic dose. These essential oils, when used together, help trigger unhealthy cell death. I'm not going to use any words that would be incompliant or non-compliant, but when we have unhealthy cells start to grow and proliferate, that's when disease and different things can happen. So these 3 cells in conjunction, working together, can help trigger unhealthy cell death. That is huge. Rachel's sharing that she loves using On Guard on her kids' feet at night to boost their immune system. And she's wondering about the oregano, and this is a really good question. Oregano internally, when you're using oregano essential oil internally, you want to use it for about 10 days at a time and then maybe take a week, 2-week break. When you're using it topically, there's no need for concern to take a break. Okay, so the reason for that, by the way, is just the idea that oregano is so powerful and so strong that when you're taking it internally, you just want to make sure you're protecting every bit of your organs, your intestines, and the good bacteria in your gut. When you're using that powerful of an herb, even if it's good and it's healthy and it's helpful for you, too much of a good thing can sometimes start to wreak havoc. So internally, 10 days at a time, and then take maybe a 5 to 7 day break, okay? So again, we talked about the powerhouse of pink pepper, turmeric, and yarrow palm. I do 1 to 2 drops of each in a veggie capsule for them, and they swallow it. And I think it's awesome because yarrow palm has shemazoline, and that is what makes it blue. The distilling process of yarrow palm creates this blue color. And so my kids think they are literally taking a superpower pill. So that's a bonus. Again, if your kids can't internalize, just put it on their feet topically and you'll still get those benefits. So those are the 3 essential oil blends that I use every day on my kids, and I would recommend you do the same. Now, to answer some of the questions that a few of you have asked about my blog post about what the supplements we use. So we had 3 questions, and the first one is, what is a safe age to start supplementing with your children? So maybe you are breastfeeding, maybe you have an infant, or perhaps you have a toddler, and you're wondering, like, when do I begin? What do I give them? I would say when your child is 6 months old, you should start supplementing with a probiotic, even if they're breastfed. A really simple way to do this is that you can take the probiotic powder, and if you're nursing, you can put it right around your nipple right before the child latches, and that they're getting a healthy dose of the probiotic. It's not too much because you're not going to need a lot, and not a lot will stay on there before the child latches on. So when they're 6 months old, you can start with a probiotic. Now, once they get into the 2-year-old range, I recommend starting with some other nutrients. Like, of course, you're using your essential oils at this point. But if you have a toddler, it doesn't hurt to give them a little bit of vitamin C. What I will say is if your child has been vaccinated, if they've been on antibiotics, And if they don't eat a really healthy diet, and you're kind of slowly trying to make some of those changes, it wouldn't hurt when they're 2 years old to start them on the list that I put on my blog post. Now, if they're pretty healthy kids, they haven't been on antibiotics, they haven't been vaccinated, their immune system is really strong and healthy, then you can wait till maybe they're 3 or 4 and start with some of those. And you don't need to use all of those supplements every day. You can take a break, do them every other day, but I would start with infants, whether they're nursing or they're little. I would start at 6 months with a probiotic. The other question is, some of you asked, okay, that's a pretty lengthy list. And I'm just wondering, like, where do I start? What if I can't afford to invest in all of those supplements? Where do I start? I would say the number one thing to start with is a probiotic. And the reason for that is when kids are little, hi there, you want to make sure you're contributing to the healthy gut function. You're creating a good amount of healthy bacteria in their gut. Their immune system begins in their gut. Serotonin is created in their gut. Serotonin is the neurotransmitter that helps us be happy and calm and restful. Those are really important things, right? So if we're contributing to a healthy gut, we're going to see that translate into not only their immune system, but their emotional health as well. So I would say if you had to choose one of those supplements to start with, I would start with a probiotic. Finally, a question, and this actually will be probably the next blog post that I do. Somebody asked, actually a few of you asked, so what's the best thing for an adult to take? So my husband and I actually take the majority of those supplements that are listed, but we also take some others as well. And I would say to keep this simple and short, because thanks to your questions, I'm going to create another post that I'll share in the next few weeks about what our supplement protocol is as adults. But I would say the Lifelong Vitality Pack, which is doTERRA's supplement line, has been a game changer for us. My husband and I, we take it every single day, and we have seen an incredible improvement in both energy and, for me, libido. On Instagram, I shared a post about that a couple days ago. So you can find me on Instagram if you're on Facebook, Susan Johnson, and you'll see a post I did maybe 3 or 4 days ago about the supplements, and I talk a little bit about them. But thanks to your questions, I will definitely do a post about that. So I'm going to ask a few questions here, which I don't normally do, but we have a little bit of time. Somebody was asking me to repeat the last blend of the 3 essential oils that I use every day with my kids, and that is the pink pepper, yarrow palm, and turmeric. And then I had a question, somebody was asking the best time to give probiotics. The best time to give probiotics is in the morning on an empty stomach. So what we typically do is we use a probiotic right when we wake up. I give my kids the minerals that you'll see on the blog post, and then they take a probiotic. Now, if you forget, it's not going to hurt to give it to them later in the day or with dinner or with breakfast or with lunch. It's okay. Do the best you can with what you have. Remember, don't get caught up in those things. Katie, I did list all the probiotics I recommend in the blog post, so make sure you read there. And let's see here. You can find Brooke on my blog. I have a lot of recipes and a lot of posts about my kids' favorite grain-free snacks. So that's another question on here. The last question I'll answer, and I love this, is Kristen's asking, do you give your kids a whole vitamin? Like, do you give them a multivitamin? I don't always. And the reason being is those specific supplements that we give them, that protocol, that's really all they need. A multivitamin would take the place of maybe if your kids aren't willing to take some of those vitamins, or maybe you can't access them, you don't have resources to get them, then in that case, you might want to do a multivitamin. The multivitamin I would recommend is either Catalin chewable, or you could do the A to Z chewable from doTERRA. But in this case, they're getting such a healthy dose of nutrients that my kids don't need a multivitamin. So I hope that's helpful. Thank you guys again so much for being on. Make sure to read the blog post. In Facebook, it's linked in the title. Instagram, I'm going to upload that shortly. But in the meantime, if you want to read the post before it gets uploaded, go to my most recent post on Instagram, and you can click on the link in profile and you'll find the blog post. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'll see you next week.